Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring our newly hatched Salazzle. Oh my goodness, my friends, we did it! Finally hatched a Salandit that could evolve into a Salazzle, and could not believe what I was seeing when that thing hatched. It was a female, which means that it can become a Salazzle. Could not believe it, guys, and truly exciting. I've been itching to run it ever since it hatched, but unfortunately, that was during the Kanto Cup, so here we are today, guys. Newly evolved Salazzle in the Great League. Had a blast with it. Salazzle hits like a truck, guys. My goodness, this thing hits hard. But that comes with a trade-off because it is quite squishy. You absolutely need to prioritize your shields for Salazzle if you're going to run it in the Great League. I don't intend on keeping this Salazzle in the Great League. I think it is much better suited in the Open Ultra League where it can be XL'd. If you have Hatch IVs, you can XL it to level 42, and that's where I think it truly shines. But for now, we're making a brief stop in the Great League alongside Shiftry on the lead. I think if you're going to run Salazzle in the Great League, you got to have some coverage for those strong water types, most notably Swampert, which happens to be Salazzle's worst nightmare in the Great League. And everybody seems to be running Swampert on the lead these days, so we are pairing it with a strong grass type in Shiftry, which also hits like a truck, just as Salazzle does. Shiftry is an amazing lead. You can win lead on just about anything in the Great League, especially Swampert, which everybody seems to be running these days. And to round out the team, we've got good old reliable Cofagrigus on the safe swap. Cofagrigus on the safe swap can often flip switch advantage for you. It gives this team some nice bulk, which Shiftry and Salazzle are not known for. So I wanted to have a nice generalist on the safe swap that could also provide some nice bulk. And we landed on Cofagrigus in that role. So very solid team. Shiftry being weak to fighting types. It's going to have some nice coverage with two anti-fighters in the back. And before we get into the feature set, going to do some bonus battles. And in this first bonus battle, it's going to be on a different team that I was trying out with Salazzle. It has Sirfetch'd on the lead with Stunfisk on the safe swap. And here we go. Picking up a positive lead with Sirfetch'd. This is not a winning matchup for Swampert, which is quite curious why they are staying in. They may not know that, but we do, and we are going to play this out to the 2-shield if necessary, guys. This is why we have a Pokemon that has that can deal out some heavy grass-type damage for these Swampert leads, which, like I said, are absolutely everywhere in the Great League. So it looks like they want to play out the 2-shield, and we will gladly do that because we don't want that Swampert anywhere near our Stunfisk or our Salazzle. So we are happy to play this out, and we absolutely win CMP tie just as they are getting to their third Hydro Cannon. Gonna say bye-bye to Swampert, and we're gonna see what they were hiding in the back. A Sableye, so we're going into Stunfisk, and they meet us with a Registeel. Not the steel type I was expecting. I was fully expecting a Skarmory in the back, but it makes no difference because shields are down, and we're going for the super effective Earthquake there. Of course, it does not KO. Registeel is about as bulky as a Pokemon gets, but so are we, guys. We can tank that Focus Blast, no problem. Gonna farm down this Registeel so that we can have an Earthquake locked and loaded for the Sableye. That is all they are down to. Gonna go for this Earthquake here, and I would imagine they go for the farm down. That is the play here, but that's okay. We're gonna come in with Sirfetch'd and pressure them to throw some energy because we are still relatively healthy. They were not farming us down. That was not happening. So we do pressure them to throw. And now it is all up to Salazzle to close it out for us, and I think she can, guys. That Sableye is just about done. 2 Incinerates does the trick. That's gonna be a good game. Well played to our opponent. Had a blast with Salazzle, and for this second bonus battle, we now have the featured team for the remainder of the video. Here we go. Picking up a not-so-good lead with Alolan Ninetales running Powder Snow. So going to go into Cofagrigus here and see what they want to do. Looks like they want to stay in. That's a good indicator that they may be weak in the back. They want to chip away at our health, but we are not going to shield. We know that was just a Weather Ball. They only did 8 Powder Snows. Going to go for back-to-back Weather Balls here. Not going to shield this. It, of course, does not KO. And we want to see if we can either grab a shield or really chunk the health on this Alolan Ninetales. So we're going for the Shadow Ball with Stab, and they let it go. That is amazing. So if they stayed in, we were going to look to farm down, but they snipe us with a Trevenant. That is okay. We have just the answer for Trevenant. That's why I run Shiftry on this team, guys. Shiftry can beat so many of the strong Pokemon in this meta, and they do hit us with a Shadow Ball, and that does a ton of resisted damage. That is insane. Trevenant hits like a truck, but we do have back-to-back foul plays. They let that go, and they've got a Vigoroth in the back. I haven't seen very much Vigoroth as of late, but it is Salazzle time, guys. Of course, with our poison typing, we are resisting this fast move pressure, but my goodness, guys, that Body Slam spam can be quite lethal, especially when it's coming from a Vigoroth, so it's a good thing that we preserved our shields. They did shield up our Poison Fang. We're going to shield up the Body Slam. They catch the next Poison Fang onto that Alolan Ninetales to clear the debuff, and that's okay. We wanted to get rid of that anyways, and Salazzle's amazing with Incinerate and Poison Fang. That is quite the combination. Only takes 2 Incinerates to get to those Poison Fangs, which is amazing. We do get to another one. What we need to do, guys, is pressure that last shield because we have energy stored on our Shiftry, and we do. That's what we needed. So we're good to go, guys. We are looking pretty good here because we have loaded energy. We absolutely win CMP tie on this Vigoroth, and we're going to go for the foul play and seal the deal. In bonus battle number 2, we say bye-bye Vigoroth, and we say good game, well played to our opponent. So happy to finally have a Salazzle, my goodness, as we move into the featured set of the video. Had a blast with it. Such a fun Pokemon to use, and here we go. We've got a Lickitung on the lead. So a bit of a tricky lead. We are, of course, resisting this fast move pressure. So what we want to do with this Lickitung is get it relatively low. We don't want to stay in here for the whole matchup here. We just want to get off some Leaf Blades. Lickitungs do not shield because, quite frankly, they don't have to. Lickitung is quite bulky, and we can tank a Body Slam, so gonna let this go. Preserve our shields. We don't know what else they have in the back, and we're gonna make a play into our Cofagrigus here. Of course, we cannot farm down, although it is in the red, guys. These Shadow Claws are double resisted on a very bulky Pokemon, so we tank the Power Whip as they make a play into a Trevenant. And this Trevenant is going to try and deny us all of our energy that we farmed, and no, not going to happen, guys. We're going to make this Trevenant choose to either expend both of their shields or get one shot by our Cofagrigus. Let's see what they choose. They shield up the first one. If they let this go, they can say bye-bye to their Trevenant, or they're going to have to go down on shields, and they do, so our shield was very well spent. We now have a shield advantage, and going to, of course, come back in with our Shiftry, and we decide to shield here, although it is just a Seed Bomb bait. They can absolutely KO us with a Shadow Ball from this range, so we're going to just get rid of it with a foul play. And gonna put all of our hope and faith into Salazzle with no shields, but they don't have shields either, and they've got a Shadow Machamp. Holy smokes. It is Salazzle time, guys, as we get past that massive lag spike. Gonna go for a Poison Fang on the Shadow Machamp, and my goodness, it does so much damage. Poison Fang is not a very hard-hitting move, my friends, and that did tons of damage. This Lickitung is energy dry. Salazzle doing her job, closing the game strong. We say bye-bye, Lickitung. Holy smokes. Salazzle was proving to be quite the closer in the Great League. Had a blast with it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Salazzle was fun, and after a little bit of practice with it, definitely got the hang of it. And if you notice, guys, we're actually running Sludge Wave on Salazzle. because I was thinking Sludge Wave with Stab could probably do a lot of damage coming from a Salazzle, but here we go. We've got a Bastiodon lead, so Shiftry can do quite well against Bastiodon, especially in the one shield. We do intend on shielding their first Flamethrower because we don't expect them to shield our Leaf Blades, which are hitting for neutral damage, and quite a bit at that, considering how bulky Bastiodon is. So we're going to shield up the Foul Play and try to get off one more Leaf Blade. We want to get this Bastiodon pretty low before making a play into our Cofagrigus because we would like to preserve some health on our Shiftry. We don't know what they have in the back. Could be a Sableye, but no, it's a Lurantis running Razor Leaf. Very interesting choice of fast move on Lurantis. They just clearly want to do some fast move pressure with Stab, and that is quite all right. Gonna tag this. Leaf Blade, we don't want to go down on shields, and we're going to look to pressure this Lurantis before coming in with Salazzle to get a healthy farm, guys. Seeing that it's running Razor Leaf, we know that they're not getting to a move, which means that we get loads of energy off of it, and they've got a Gyarados in the back. What a spicy backline behind their Bastiodon, but it does not make a difference. We're going to pressure this Gyarados to shield, and they do. They probably thought that we were going to hit them with a Dragon Pulse, but we did get that debuff with the Poison Fang. Going to go for the Leaf Blade, and it does not one-shot. I thought for sure that would one-shot. My goodness. Gyarados hangs on by a thread long enough to get off a resisted Aqua Tail, and that does not KO, but a couple of Dragon Breaths do take us out. We need to get to a Sludge Wave. Not because we absolutely need to, but mostly because we want to, guys. We were not getting off very many Sludge Waves, and if you got a chance to do it, you do it. And we take out the Bastiodon with a few HP. That's going to be a good game. Well played. All right, hopping into the next match. Terrible League going to go into our Cofagrigus to play out this matchup against this Skarmory, and they are staying in. Of course, Shiftry wants nothing to do with a Skarmory. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball right off the bat, and they tank the Shadow Ball because they can. Skarmory has some very nice bulk. We're gonna call this, guys. They did build up to the Brave Bird, but it is just the Sky Attack bait as they make a play into Swampert. So, gonna pressure the Swampert to shield. It is a Shadow. So, they are gonna be taking quite a bit more damage, and they do shield as expected. And I'm just going to play this out. They are farming up for days here. Going to let our Cofagrigus go down. Oh, no, we shield. Very interesting. I guess what we wanted to do was really have them dump all of their energy now that I think about it. Probably a questionable shield, but I think we accomplished what we wanted. We don't want a Swampert with loaded energy because they could threaten a one-shot with a Sludge Wave, and we know that this is just a Hydro Cannon because we did pressure them to dump that energy, and we tank that. It does a lot more resisted damage than I would like to see, but that is just Shiftry. It does not tank damage very well, but my goodness, does it hit hard as we say bye-bye to the Swampert. And fully expecting them to come back in with that Skarmory, so we were spamming that switch button, but no, they come in with a Nidoqueen. So, guys, I was quite interested to see how this matchup played out. Gonna just go straight Poison Fang and really lower that defense to rev up our Incinerate damage, and now it is really starting to chunk on a very bulky Pokemon. They did build up to a potential Earth Power, so we do shield out of caution. That, of course, would one-shot an entire generation of Salazzles, I would say, as they shield up our Poison Fang. And they look to catch our Poison Fang onto their Steel-type Skarmory. Very nice catch, but Salazzle does not care about typings. That does a ton of resisted damage to Skarmory. And it gives us one extra Incinerate, which allows us to get off another Poison Fang as we get that debuff train rolling yet again. This Nidoqueen was trying to get to back-to-back. They needed back-to-back Poison Fangs, but it was not happening, guys. Salazzle was not going to have that as we farm it down. That's going to be a good game. Well played. And Salazzle was definitely closing the games out in dominant fashion in these battles. And whoa, we've got an opposing Salazzle. What are the odds of that, guys? Holy smokes. That, of course, is a terrible lead for us. Going to go into Cofagrigus and see what they want to do. We know that this is just a Poison Fang. Could be a Dragon Pulse, but it makes sense to debuff and then retreat into a Meganium. So very interesting. They also are pairing their Salazzle with Grass. That's a smart move as we go for the Shadow Ball. But Meganium is quite bulky as they let that go, and it does not do as much damage as we'd like to see, but we can't, got to preserve our shields. So we let our Cofagrigus go down, and we're going to look to farm the Meganium all the way down. And I kind of lost track of count, guys, so we ended up shielding a Frenzy Plant, which is double resisted. Probably should have let that go, but didn't want to risk, sometimes you can miss fast moves, didn't want to risk getting one shot. And so they come in with a Deoxys, guys. So with that farm, we get to the Sludge Wave, and oh, that does tons of damage to a very bulky Pokemon as we make an aggressive play back in the Shiftry. We know that it's dead weight at this point. They've got a counter user in Deoxys and a fire type in Salazzle. So we're just throwing Shiftry in here to grab shields and maybe grab health, but they do shield and they're going to look to throw immediately. They know that Shiftry can pressure shields and health like you wouldn't believe. So we're down to our own Salazzle, guys, and we know that Deoxys has a Psycho Boost, so we can't shield this Poison Fang. Does a decent amount of resisted damage. Gonna go for a Poison Fang of our own, but it does not KO, and it's not looking good as we simultaneously KO. They take that one, but my goodness, guys, what are the odds of running into another Salazzle? It's gonna be a good game. Well played. Can't even be mad at losing to an opposing Salazzle. My goodness. Did not expect to see that, but that was a fun one for sure. And here we go, Galvantula lead. So not too bad of a lead. Of course, we do have to be wary of the double super effective lunge. So what we're going to do is just go for the Leaf Blade. They may decide to shield this thinking that it's a foul play, and they do. So what we're going to do is go one Snarl and then catch on the 4th Volt Switch as 9 out of 10 Galvantulas. We'll throw another Volt Switch before throwing in anticipation of the catch. So we think ahead and we catch the resisted damage onto our Cofagrigus as they make a play into a Talonflame. Going to go right for the Shadow Ball, and they do take it knowing that they have debuffed us. So we're actually going to shield here, guys. Seems kind of crazy. It would be logical to want to preserve the shield advantage, but what we want to do is get some more Shadow Claw damage in. We wanted to get this Talonflame within a farm down range for our Salazzle, guys. So here we go. It's Salazzle time. Gonna look to farm this Talonflame all the way down so that we leave this matchup with loaded energy. Salazzle with loaded energy is absolutely lethal as they make a play into a Deoxys. So, guys, that farm is going to prove to be quite fruitful as we go for this Sludge Wave. And, oh, that does a decent amount of damage to the very tanky Deoxys. We go back into our Shiftry to draw back out that Galvantula, guys. Going to go for the Leaf Blade. We don't mind them no shielding that, guys, because we want to get farm. We know that our win condition lies with our Salazzle. They tanked that Sludge Wave with Stab. We want to get some energy. We want to farm down that Galvantula so that we can really close this game out against this Deoxys. It is quite low after tanking that Sludge Wave. We do expect the shield. They do shield, but they need back-to-back Psycho Boost to close this game out, and it is not going to happen, guys. We get to that Poison Fang, and we say, bye-bye, Deoxys. Salazzle coming in clutch yet again, closing yet another game out in dominant fashion, and that is the team. Good game, well played to our opponent. Salazzle was tons of fun, guys. Oh man, so I had a blast with Salazzle. Able to build a solid team around it that could really allow it to shine in the open Great League of all metas. Like I said, I don't think that Salazzle is best suited for the Open Great League. It can do very well in specialty cups like the Halloween Cup, where it is more of a limited format. But Salazzle, not having the most bulk around, and its moveset, although is an amazing moveset, I think is best suited for the Open Ultra League, where this Salazzle will make her home. I think this is the one and only set of battles that we'll do in the Great League. I have plans on making this Salazzle into an XL for the Open Ultra League, where I think it will shine best. Of course, you do need to XL it. Our Salazzle, of course, does have hatch IVs, and it comes in under 2,500 CP. I think with our IV spread, it comes in right around 2467 CP for the Ultra League. So we're going to work on getting it to Best Buddy. And I checked it out on stadium.gg. With Best Buddy, we can bump it up to 2498, just under that maximum CP limit of 2,500 for the Ultra League. And I am excited for that, guys. I think Salazzle is going to be quite formidable in the Ultra League. That is where her permanent home will be from here on out. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching her do her thing in the Great League. It was tons of fun. Salazzle was a blast, guys. Such a fun Pokemon. So fortunate to actually hatch one. And had a blast, guys. I hope you all enjoyed seeing some Salazzle action in the Great League. I had a blast. Again, hope you all enjoyed. As always, guys, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.